and trying to find the strong balance. But I think anyone could do it if they wanted to.
Great. Good advice. All right. It was great talking to you.
You too.
All right. We'll see you.
Bye,
Bye.
Chris.
All right. Next up is Jessica. Where's Jessica? Jessica, right there. Queen of Time Management. Is that Gab Jane?
Hi.
Jessica.
Oh my God.
Are we going by Jessica or Jess?
Jess.
Jess. Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Hi. It's great to see you.
Good to see you. You. I think a lot of you got dressed up, which is awesome. Yeah.
This is our senior show.
I have to say, I was like, that's one thing I truly miss of not having like in the gallery, like, faculty, or we do it as well, sometimes we dress down, but it's so great when the senior show comes around this time of year when all these celebrations happen and all the students get dressed up and I'm like, wait a minute, who is that? Oh my, that's Jess, or that's Gabby, or like, where'd all the rock t-shirts go and the sweatpants, like they all disappear. There's all kinds of dresses and skirts and high heels and jackets and ties, so it's great to see that you
definitely.
You made the effort. That's awesome.
Yeah.
So introduce yourself. Where are you from? Where are you now?
Right now I'm in New Lebanon, New York. It's about like 45 minutes south of Albany, near Massachusetts. It's in the Berkshires. So okay. I'm home,
How's home?
It's good. It's good.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You figured out your space there to work?
I did. It took a minute, but I figured it out.
Yeah. Hold on, I have a timer.
Oh.
Let's see. So, whoa, Jess.
Yes.
This topic is...
Yeah.
There's some heavy topics in this group.
There are.
Body dysmorphic disorder. Okay, you're definitely going to have to explain that to me and to a lot. I mean, I remember hearing about it last semester, but you definitely have to unpack this for our audience here.
Yes, I can definitely do that. So body dysmorphic disorder is when somebody perceives a flaw to be greater than it might actually be, and it kind of hinders their ability to be in everyday life. Like, they're afraid to go in public because they think that everybody is talking about them or everybody is noticing how great this flaw is in them, and it's pretty debilitating for some people.
And is it something that it really affects just a wide range of people? Is it a certain age group? Is it gender specific? How can you talk about some of those details?
Yeah, it's typically adolescence, so it's usually when people are kind of going through puberty. There are some studies that say that it's more female, but some studies say that it's both female and male. Kind of depends where you see it.
Yeah, and so it's always fascinating to see what happens in these in the thesis project, these big projects, as I was saying to Elena, like the topics that are selected are just so varied, so fascinating to learn about. I think that's the fun part for me as a faculty. It's like, wow, I get to learn about all these things. And so how did you come to this topic? Because I mean, you had this topic for a while. You presented in the fall, and so you stuck with it. And so how did you decide on this?
Yep. So this was actually the first topic that I thought of, and I didn't really come up with anything else. So I'm glad that it worked out. But so throughout high school, it was like a big thing for me and my friends. A lot of my friends went through this as well. And so it kind of shaped us in our adolescence, being so self-conscious about your appearance and thinking that everybody is, judging you because of that. So, yeah, it was a big shaping moment of my adolescence, I guess you could say. And I know it was also for my friend. I'm watching some comments, sorry.
Yeah.
So I reached out to some of my friends who I know had a similar experience, and I photographed them and I featured them in the photo book portion of my thesis, with like accompanied with a testimonial. Yeah, that's the mock-up of the photo book. A little testimonial that they wrote, just kind of explaining their whole experience.
So these are friends from high school or before college, or people that you've known for a while? And
Some from college, some from high school.
and so you have this tight knit community where you can talk about this and rely on each other. And
yeah, definitely.
Great. So so what did you create? So I have a few images that we'll show.
Yeah.
So what were the things that you made for your project?
So I made an ad series coupled with a photo book. So they all have similar imagery, but it varies a little bit. So for the ad series, I made 3 magazine ads, 3 banner ads, and 3 elevator ads. Yeah, that's those the elevator ads. And there were 3 featured people in my project. So that's why there's 3 of everything. And then the photo book, you know, has them and mixed in with some facts.
Okay, great. So I obviously for all these, as I mentioned before, I don't work with the seniors most of the time, and so a lot of the development is sort of a mystery to me. I hear bits and pieces in the hallway. We don't have that experience anymore. Certainly heard presentations in the fall. So it's always great to see like what actually happens as far as like what you're making and how you're communicating these messages and these stories. And I was particularly, could you talk a little bit about the elevator here, the one that we're looking at, and sort of the idea behind using elevator doors and the images?
Yeah. So Jessica Loy actually really pushed this idea because we both agreed that it was so interesting how people display advertisements on an elevator. And actually, when we went to London, the ball really got rolling on this portion of it when I saw some amazing advertisements in some of the design museums there. So basically, the whole concept behind this is like a mask. You're hiding under a smile and a mask of your emotions. And so in this, I kind of pulled apart the layers to show initially like a happy face, and then what's behind that.
So when the doors close, that's when we see the smiling person, and then it opens, and then on the inside the elevator, there's the sort of the more sad or straightforward. Okay,
Yep.
Great. So yeah, there's lots of people on here that I'm recognizing a lot of names. Some people might not know who Jessica Loy is. Who's Jessica Loy?
Jessica Loy is our senior design professor.
All right, and she's working with all the seniors on the thesis project, right?
Yes.
Great. And so we got a couple minutes left. How have been asking most everybody, how have you been dealing with this whole new situation and working remotely and learning remotely? Any tricks, anything you've done differently that's enlightening?
Well, I got my own laptop. Before this, I didn't have a laptop and I didn't have a subscription to the Creative Cloud. So I got that, and I have been trying to figure it all out. I'm a little behind everybody else, but they're helping me. So that's nice. I feel caught up now. And let's see, my job closed.
Yeah.
Oh, I was planning on moving to the city after graduation, but I guess that really can't happen right now.
Yeah, everybody's rethinking those plans, but
yeah. I'll just move it back a little bit.
Yeah. All right. Well, it's great to talk to you. You look wonderful. Okay, I expect the same kind of presentation in the fall. Get all dressed up. It's gonna be a special night.
Even more.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. We'll see you.
Bye. Thank you.
Have a good night.
Have a good night. I don't know how to get out of it.
So we have